Welcome back to The Daily Edge, where we ask entrepreneurs, executives, athletes, and high performers how they find their edge. Today's guest is Steve Nudelberg, or as I like to call him, Dad. We discuss our favorite topic of salesmanship and how car dealerships are failing their customers and spoiling their salespeople. As always, I'm your host, Marc Nudelberg. Let's find our edge.
You have to find your edge.
Let's find our edge, which is wonderful that I get to get you in the seat again, Steve Nudelberg. Glad to have you here.
Good to be back in the office.
And we get to talk about the thing we love talking about most, which is sales, and then either the joy or the pain of the car buying experience, which I got to go through this past weekend.
Well, it happens every day to all of us. We are consumers first. And so I think it's pretty cool that when you get to do it, car shopping is not something anybody does all the time. You do it a couple of times in your life, and you either love it or you hate it. I'm not a car guy.
Well, I think
I have a great car.
There is a certain connotation with car salespeople that has ruined the sales profession, right? Or ruined what salespeople think, or what people think about salespeople, right? Is because you use the term used car salesman when you know it's a bad sales experience. So I think that's people's expectation going into it, is that, oh, this is going to be a painful experience.
I think that's transcended all of sales. If you ask people, when I say the word sales, what's the vision in your head? They think of a used car sales guy. And there is a certain image, overweight, sloppy, sweating, Cadillac man.
Which I will tell you, there were not people not in great shape, but I had an older gentleman. I had two middle-aged gentlemen. No, I had one middle-aged gentleman and I had two younger guys. None of them, I would say, were in particularly good physical shape.
Okay.
But the older gentleman was far more well-dressed. Even though he was only in a polo and slacks, shirt was tucked in, shirt was not wrinkled, like it was sharp looking. He had some nice jewelry on, which to me spoke about his brand and the way he was well-groomed, tight goatee, whereas regardless of the brand of the car, the brand of the person trying to sell me the car,
which matters.
It matters. It 1000% matters. And I don't know whether it's because we teach it and it's part of what I do, but I'm looking at all of that and I'm critiquing every part of the process with them in my head.
So do you think in their head they influence the sale, or is it just the brand? They're representing, whatever. It's Mercedes or BMW. It's not the person. I think because they have a steady flow of people who are inbound and it's next. It's very different than any other sale. Maybe, yeah.
I think it's unfair for a lot of salespeople that they just get opportunities, right? We walked in. They didn't do anything. They personally did not do anything to earn my conversation.
There you go. They didn't earn the right. So it's a different mindset.
And then once I got there, there wasn't a single one of them. I was at 4 different dealerships. I was at Volvo, I was at Lexus, I was at Range Rover, and I was at Chevy.
Oh, spending money, huh?
So all 4.
That's a pretty wide gamut.
It's a wide. I mean, to me, Range Rover is the premier of premier when it comes to SUVs.
Was my favorite vehicle.
I would say Chevy would be the utilitarian. Chevy or Volvo would be like your, I don't think I'm going to spend as much money, or a less premier brand when it comes to the cars.
It is American. And so
there was not a single one of them that I felt like I got an elite sales experience with, mostly because they didn't really go into any real questions about me or about Gabby or about why we were buying a car, or about why we were looking, or what was important to us. We gave them ample opportunity to build a connection and a bridge with us, and there wasn't a single salesperson that tried to do that with me.
I find that tragic. Tragic. Because in my mind, the opportunity was to win you.
Right.
And if they wind up selling you a car, great, but they could own you forever.
Correct.
Wherever, and I don't think people think that way. I don't think they understand the value of you.
Are they spoiled? Are car salespeople spoiled because there's traffic coming in the door?
Okay, all right. You're leaping into territory that I'm glad we're going to, because our salespeople spoiled because where are the leads?
Right.
I need good leads, So I don't think that people are teaching hunting.
Right.
They're teaching farming. Oh, I'm going to give you this lead list, and here's what I want you to do with it, and we're going to have a zillion metrics that, we're going to count you by, and, then which is all bullshit. It's total bullshit. I have always, from day one, understood the value of hunting my own relationships. And if you go by the math that I have always lived by, that I taught you, that we now teach at scale, it's that if I win all of these relationships, I know a percentage of them are going to be really good for me.
Right.
Thank you, A-Rod. I'm going to strike out all the fucking time. But you know what? I'm going to blast some home runs.
Right.
And I'll be fifth all time in home runs.
Right.
So I don't think people realize that if I was served, you got served to them on a platter, and now one of them owns you.
Did any effort to do it, right? Or made it feel like it actually mattered that I showed up to their lot that Saturday, that I was willing to take the time and have a conversation with them, that I was willing to open up and say, here's what I'm looking for. Every single lot that we walked onto, we knew the car and this is where it's different too. Is that there's no barrier to information for either one of us. They go right into the AutoNation app. They know what car we have now. They know what we're paying monthly.
But that's so true of every buying experience, selling experience. We know who we're talking to.
Correct.
We know what they're doing.
So when we went to Range Rover, this guy spent 30 minutes telling me all about the cars and the brand, and he didn't stop talking for a fucking second. Dude, first let me get a breath.
Take a breath.
And then maybe ask me, well, have you ever had a Range Rover? Because I would have told him, you know what, I did drive a Range Rover when I was 22, and I had a problem with it a lot.
It was actually my problem that I gave you, right?
But he could have then said, oh, well, here's things we've done to improve the brand. Here's what we do in service. He could have addressed a problem that I have in my head that he never even took the time to ask or figure out. We talked about car seats. There wasn't a single salesperson that went in and said, well, how old's your son? Do they play sports?
Or here's how easy we made it to take it in and out or whatever. I mean, opportunity. You and I talk about playing volleyball, man. Here's an opportunity. It's fascinating because I think it's reflective of all of the selling experience. Nobody treats it as hospitality. You don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about you. You don't matter. It's just the same regurgitated thing. And if it's not Range Rover, that guy will be selling another car tomorrow. And
then, right, we know in sales, 80% of sales will come from 5 or more follow-up touches, right? Every single brand that we dealt with, every single salesperson that we dealt with, 4, right? Every single one of them got my cell phone number and my name while we were there.
Right.
Only one followed up.
So that statistically
and
matches.
It was with a generic call.
Right.
Hey, it's Robert from Lexus. Thanks for coming in yesterday. Let me know if I can answer any questions for you.
It might not have even been Robert. It could have been automated. It could have been automated.
It was him. Because I got, but even still, not thanks for taking a look at the TS. Not, I know it was
Mark, this is interesting.
Nothing. No effort.
Years ago, and I liken it to all of the things I've been involved in. But all along the client has been getting more educated.
Right.
Can't have a more educated client than today. Information is everywhere. So I always want to find out what the basis point is. And the question is, even now, I'll go so how much do you know about me or on the ball?
Right.
And they go, I don't really know anything. I go, great. Is it okay if I share some information? And then they're eating it up.
Spewing.
Whoa, it's so, I look at all of the state of training, and I shared an article with you just recently.
Correct.
About what happens if all the training is bad?
Right.
You can have, people talk about habits. You could have bad habits. There's bad training. There's training that talks about scripts, right? How ridiculous is that in this world?
Correct.
Right? There's training that talks about just product and features and, nobody really buys that way. People buy an emotion.
Correct.
It's not a logical thing. Maybe 1% do. And I hear all this crap about, well, you have to match the buyer's style. What a crock of shit. Listen, people getting paid to do it. Come on, man.
Right.
You just got to be human.
Right.
You got to, like, be a human. Understand what the experience is like and just be you. Just show up as you. You know, I did a video recently, and I love what Jake's doing.
Video, right.
And I did the video and I said, just stop selling.
Right.
Just, nobody wants to be sold. Just be you. Hey, tell me about your experience. Tell me about you. You know, give somebody a chance to breathe and talk, and you're winning the relationship, even if they don't buy.
Right.
And I wrote about this in my book. There's somebody who never bought from me, but refers me all the time. What would you rather have? One transaction or a lifetime value of being the guy? And they all had that opportunity, got served to them on a Saturday afternoon.
Right.
And hey, maybe they find out that you're a guy that can train them. And holy shit, man, I just met somebody great and somebody who's big on social media.
Maybe I don't buy a Volvo,
Right.
but maybe somebody says to me, hey, I'm looking at Volvo, or we're looking at, oh, you know what? You should go see Tom at Volvo, you know, or hey, you should go see Robert at Volvo. Like, whoever the person is. But like, so you talked about video, right? If I keep thinking to myself, if I got into car sales right now, right, and I knew that I was getting people's cell phone number, every single day on my calendar would be follow-up text videos. I would go back to every single person. Hey, I just wanted to send you a message saying, thanks for coming in yesterday. I loved riding in the TS with you. Thought it was hilarious how the auto park didn't work for us. Would love to have another conversation, help any way that I can. Know that I'm here from you. That would be like a discipline. Like, it's unbelievable.
Wait. So you bring
me.
up a great point, and I'm glad that we get to do this. I love the platform that you've set up. Is that has nothing to do with the product.
Right.
Has nothing to do with the price.
No.
Has nothing to do with anything other than you and that person.
Right.
So you said you could be the top car salesman tomorrow. Why?
Easily.
Because you have the right basics.
Right.
What are your daily behaviors? And I think daily behaviors in the car business suck.
It's bad.
They suck,
bad.
man.
It's bad.
You know,
it's
just
well,
bad.
And so then you could say
It'd be interesting to talk to people in that space, and I would invite.
we should get Rocco in here.
Yeah,
Why is Rocco not in here?
Right, Rocco
Like,
should be in here.
We got to get Rocco in here to have this conversation.
Pioneer.
Right.
He has taken fledgling opportunities and turned them around because he gets it. He was using video long before. So they're calling you out, Rocco, to show up. Jack can tell, man, he's amazing.
Lack of personalization, right? Lack of I would say lack of gratitude that they're getting somebody walking in.
Well, it's just expected.
Right.
I'm going to show up today, and what's today going to be? I'm going to get my rotation. You know, it's my up, as they call it, and I'm going to do the best I can with what, you know, and if listen, I'm sure there's a lot of people that come in are just shit kickers.
Right.
You didn't go to buy yesterday.
No, and they knew. I told them that up front, right? But so to me, that's the even more of a test of a salesperson is when I tell you I'm not here to buy. Number one, are you going to challenge me on that and be like, well, can we actually get a deal done? Is it possible? Or will you just go, great, you're not going to buy today, but you're still just as valuable to me. Will you do that? Because everybody, as soon as they hear I'm not going to buy today, in their mind, they go, I'm wasting my time.
And I would say, okay, why?
Right. If
I gave you the car today, you'd sign the paperwork. Right. So
if you love the car and it fit everything and I gave it to you,
we made it work. Why would you not? You know, so I'm that kind of guy. Like, okay, you just came in with the walls up. What happens if I was able to?
Can we navigate this?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. A question.
Right.
Oh my God, a question.
And there's just not enough questions.
Not enough questions, man. Everybody's programmed to say, well, we're the best car. No, it's not the best car. I had a shitty experience with Range Rover. You know, I love the car.
Right.
As bad as it was.
Right.
It was still my favorite.
Driving all of the cars yesterday, you get in a Range Rover, you feel like you are the fucking man.
Curious,
the Sport.
Oh yeah.
So we did the Range Rover Sport, and what they have in today's models, like with the hangers in the back of the headrest, and like
do you
it
remember?
is an elite luxury
just
vehicle.
So that the audience knows it's real. Do you remember when I got mine and I couldn't get it in the garage and they told me you have to lower the lift?
Yeah, right. And they still do like the amenities and how that car is. It is a a cars person car.
I loved it.
No doubt about it. Right. And what's really interesting is when I walked into Range Rover, I took a picture of it. They had a picture of the book, Unreasonable Hospitality.
No shit.
In the front. And I was like, okay, in my mind as a consumer, because I've read that book and I know what it is, it immediately sets an expectation for what this experience should be like, which it was not that. It was not. It was not Unreasonable Hospitality.
Didn't put it into practice.
Correct. It's not being implemented. It's not really a culture. It's another one of those like, oh, this is part of our culture. No, it's not, because it's not the actual behavior.
First of all, if you are in business and haven't read that book, you're missing it. But knowing what that has to offer you and having read it and displaying it and then not doing it is even worse.
So I would tell you.
Don't display it.
Right.
Don't set the bar. Like
that's you create an expectation for me that then's not being met. So I would tell you, if I didn't know what I was going to do with my life, you can make a lot of money in cars right now.
No.
Like you can absolutely annihilate all of your competition in the room immediately.
So if everything is a commodity, which it is, pick a category.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate to work across a lot of categories. Do you want to own the category? Just act different than everybody else. Do what others aren't doing.
Be personal. Care about the person.
Wait a minute. That was the most fun part for me when we started way back when. It was like, well, I get to meet great people every day.
Right.
I don't have to sell everybody.
Right.
I know going in, every day you wake up, I'm not selling everybody.
All I want to do is have a conversation.
That would be like A-Rod saying, I have to hit a home run every time I get up to the plate. No.
Which is why I say that even any other type of sales compared to retail salespeople are spoiled because they have customers walking in the door that they didn't do anything to get.
Right. And
nothing.
They have no appreciation of the cost of what it takes to get that customer to walk in.
Even if you're being delivered a leads list to call on, you still got to do the work to call them, to do the research, to get them in front of them. If you are in retail sales, you are spoiled because you are being delivered an opportunity to have a conversation with somebody, which is the hardest part of sales. Anybody who's saying that the hardest part of selling, I think, is totally getting the right to have a conversation with somebody is the hardest part.
Plus, there's billions of dollars being spent on the brand.
Right.
Like, hello, like I know everything there is. Like Volvo owns safety.
Right.
I didn't do that.
Right.
They didn't
do anything.
Right.
Volvo didn't do. Those people in the car dealership did nothing to bring me into that dealership other than wake up and be there. Like so.
So it's interesting, and it's sort of in the same category. When I talk to people and tell them that there are McDonald's franchises that fail, they freak out. Right. You know what? The whole thing is done for you.
Correct.
Right? Why do they fail? Because of the operator.
Right.
That does not happen at Chick-fil-A.
Correct.
Right.
Because of the training, right? Because of the development.
All of the training is about the experience, not about the product.
Correct.
Not about how can I make French fries and bullshit. It's like
correct.
My pleasure.
So I would say if you're unsure what to do, go get in car sales and learn from us because you can absolutely dominate the space.
You want to start selling cars?
I mean, no.
So listen, I am a firm believer, and I've said this, I don't care what product, price, or service you're in. If you understand the skills of how to develop a business, you can do anything the fuck you want.
Which I would, so like for anybody who's in retail sales listening to this, number one, if you can start the conversation up front by being interested and care about who that person is and where they come from, you set yourself up for success immediately. Listen to what that person's saying and ask follow-up questions. Earn the right to get into another conversation. And then, please, for the love of God, if you're getting people's cell phone numbers, follow up with a video and text message. That's it. Just do those two things. You will crush everybody else.
You and I are fortunate. We've been on stage a couple of times recently. It's really been fun. But, I asked this question to the audience. Is it easier or harder to be in sales right now? And most of the audience raises their hand and says harder.
It's unbelievable.
And I go, it's never been easier. It is so easy. I am open to talking, sharing, having a cup of coffee, showing people how easy it is because of the information world we're living in. The tools are better. The activity is easier. I'm not, running around like a
simple.
It's simple if you understand relationship selling, but all of those guys are still transactional.
Yes, that is a fact.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's been my pleasure, man. Have me back, please.
I love when we get to do this. Yeah. And as the honorary guest, you now have to look into that camera and say, let's find our edge.
You have to find your edge.
Thanks.